We know not everyone can keep up with all the news from the week, and that's why CBS News Colorado has gathered stories that topped our website from the last 5 days. Here's a look at some of the stories that garnered the most interest on CBSColorado.com. There is controversy in Colorado's Republican Party as members voted out GOP Chairman Dave Williams this past weekend. The Colorado Sun reports Williams doesn't agree with the decision, saying there weren't enough members present for a legitimate meeting. According to the Colorado Sun, Williams and the board of directors not only tried to stop the meeting by suing, but are questioning the validity of the petition. Colorado Senator Barbara Kirkmeyer posted online, writing, quote, "We will be getting a new chair of the state GOP." Former U.S. Senate candidate Eli Bremer posted online saying he is the newly elected chair of the Colorado GOP and is thankful for the support. One person is dead after their electric vehicle crashed and caught fire on I-25 in Lone Tree. When firefighters arrived, the car was engulfed in flames. The crash shut down northbound I-25 at Ridge Gate for 4 hours Monday evening. According to Lone Tree police, the driver was going northbound on I-25 when they struck a median, causing the car to catch fire. The University of Colorado is mourning the loss of a student. They died at an apartment complex in the 1100 block of Pleasant Street last Friday. That's in the University Hill neighborhood, less than a mile from the CU Boulder campus. Your reporter, Andrew Hobner, tells us how the community is handling this tragedy.
It was a silent and well-attended vigil on Monday night in Boulder. Members of the Sigma Nu fraternity and campus community mourning the loss of a student, identified by CU as Jeremiah Park. CU Boulder released a statement saying the community is saddened to confirm the death of Park, a rising junior who was found deceased off campus late Friday afternoon. CU went on to say, quote, "Impacted students, friends, and members of the community are encouraged to make use of Boulder's Office of Counseling and Psychiatric Services, Office of Victim Assistance, and other support resources on campus." Resources that students say can be helpful.
I think they do a good job at being confidential when they need to be, and then also providing a lot of resources for students when they're going through a crisis.
While the CU chapter of Sigma Nu has not released a comment, the national fraternity sent a statement to CBS Colorado. Executive Director Brad Beecham telling us, quote, "We extend our deepest condolences to the family, the members of Gamma Kappa chapter, and all those affected by this sudden loss." Beecham went on to say, "We appreciate the immediate support and care of the university administration and the greater CU Boulder community during this difficult time. We will continue working with local leaders to provide ongoing support." As those in the 11th and Pleasant area, the Greek system, and the university aim to comfort one another as buffs together.
In Littleton, an investigation is underway after assault allegations among members of the Littleton High School football team. A letter to the school's community Friday said the district was made aware of the allegations through an anonymous tip. The team's practice, team dinner, and last Friday's scrimmage were all canceled. Littleton police say they are investigating. Mail theft is a growing problem in our state. We've reported on issues in multiple communities, and now we've learned more about what's being called a postal emergency in the high country. It's all happening in Summit and Clear Creek County. Thieves appear to be targeting post offices and P.O. boxes. Locations in Silverthorne, Dillon, Copper Mountain, and Idaho Springs have all been hit. Your investigator Karen Morfitt has been reporting on flawed security systems within the USPS for a while, and this all surrounds the use of a master key.
Postal carriers are now targets for thieves who want to get their hands on those keys. With one of those keys, they can access blue postal boxes and neighborhood clusters for an entire region. On Saturday, Dillon police responded to an alarm at the Dillon post office. They found no forced entry but launched an investigation. On Monday, Silverthorne officials say their post office was hit. A laptop and mail were reported stolen, and it's believed that the suspect entered the building with the stolen master keys taken during the break-in at the Dillon post office. On Tuesday morning, the Dillon post office was hit again. Police officers responded and arrested a woman from Aurora who was wanted on a warrant. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service is now investigating each of these cases. Meanwhile, residents in certain neighborhoods say delivery to their boxes have been suspended because of the, quote, postal emergency. Miriam Hickey has been in Summit County for 3 years and says they've had issues with mail before.
Yes, the mail that's sent to our home address comes to to Smith Ranch in our box, and it hasn't been there. It's been spotty to begin with since we've lived here, but now, hearing that we now have to go to Dillon to go pick up our mail is unacceptable.
The woman currently in custody is 30-year-old Jaleesa Carey. Investigators believe there are likely more arrests to come and urge anyone who thinks they may be a victim to make a report. Karen Morfitt covering Colorado First.
For a more in-depth look at these stories and the rest of the news you may have missed this week, you can visit our website at cbscolorado.com.